Hello there, my name's Mark Coulson, I'm the editor of Total Carp magazine. Welcome to Ultima Knot Clinic, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to tie the knotless knot. It's almost certainly the most popular knot in carp fishing, and it's extremely versatile. You could literally tie up a knotless knot rig and cast it pretty much anywhere. It's a safe rig, it's a rig that works, and essentially it works by the principle of separating the bait from the hook, which you'll see in the finished rig. Okay, so for the purposes of the filming, we're actually using quite a bright orange line here so that you can see it on camera. And what we're going to do to start off is we're just going to take the line and obviously your hook. Now it's absolutely essential that you start off by threading the line through the hook the right way. Now I've already trimmed the line off here, so we've just got a section to work with. So basically we're just going to pop that through, and that's going to be the tag end, and we're going to work with this end here. So as you can see, the actual end that you're going to tie the hair is coming out of the back of the eye of the hook. Okay, that's absolutely essential. Now, another thing that you might notice here is the actual hook pattern that I'm using has a straight eye. Okay, so the eye itself isn't turned in any way. That's because I'm tying the knotless knot with monofilament, and I think that it's important when you're using monofilament, and especially if you're using a fluorocarbon, that you don't use an in-turned eye, because during actually playing the fish, that's a potential pressure point and can actually damage the line. Not necessarily going to happen, but it might. Right, so there's your tag end. And the first thing that we need to do is tie a hair loop. And this is literally the most basic overhand loop. So double the line back, form a small loop in it. Now if you've got sort of stubby fingers and thumbs like me, it might be a help to use a baiting needle. Pull it back through. Okay, draw the knot down. And there you go. Now most people will tell you quite rightly that you should always moisten your knots when tightening down. This is only a hair loop. There's not actually going to be any pressure on this knot, so there's no real need. Okay, just trim the tag there. Trim it nice and neatly. Get rid of that. Okay, so there's your hair loop. Bring your hook back up. And there you go so far. Now to set the length of your hair, you just trap the line in your finger and thumb against the hook, and then you can either pull it out if you want a longer hair, or bring it back in if you want a shortish hair. Basically your bait is going to sit on this section, and then your boilie stop will be in there. Swapping fingers, keep the line trapped in place. Now again, if you can see on the hook eye there, when the hook is actually formed, the eye is bent round to form that circle, and then it's finished off where it rejoins the shank of the hook. Now it's important that the first whip on this knot is actually done away from that eye closure. Okay? If you whip this way, then again there's not necessarily a sharp edge there, but it's not as smooth as the other side, so potentially there could be a pressure point there, and if it nicks the line, it's soon going to break while you're playing a carp. So the line needs to now be whipped around the hook on that opposite side. There's the first whip, second, 3, 4, 5. 5 or 6 is enough. I often take it down until you're getting pretty much level with the point of the hook. Be very, very careful that you don't nick the point of the hook there with the line, because obviously that's going to spell trouble as well. So you're trapping the knot in place with that hand there, and with this hand take the other tag end of your line and bring it back round, take it through the back of the eye of the hook. Okay, always back to front. Through you go. And just draw it down. Make sure you hold onto the knot with those other fingers, stop it all unravelling. And when you get to this point, it's important that you just moisten the knot slightly. The easiest way to do that is just to add a little bit of saliva. Okay, and that's just going to stop any heat building up through the friction as you tighten the knot down. Here we go, tightens, tightens, tightens. Okay, nice and tight. Now that's solid. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to unravel. Okay, there's no real pressure on any point of that knot. There's actually no knot involved, which is why it's called the knotless knot. So there you go. It's basically the line is whipped round, trapped in place, and you know there's your hair rig. Okay, your bait pops on there. There's the rest of your rig there. The other end of that line you can trim to whatever length you want, and then obviously either tie it to your swivel with one of the knots in the other films, or you can just tie a loop, and basically you're ready to go. So there you have it, the knotless knot. Nice and easy to tie. Get used to doing it the right way. Obviously make sure you go in through the eye the right way round and avoid that knot closure when you're making that first whip.